I don't know if anyone can confirm. Let me quickly just check before I answer the rest of the questions. I actually have no idea how to check if something is streaming or not. Oh yeah, here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, if you prefer to watch on YouTube, I guess it's available now. Okay. Nice. Okay, so back to the questions. Oh yeah, here. Okay, I have more questions. Is it important to have good or amazing programming skills to start a startup project without help from anyone? So I mean, you don't need to be like incredible. Wow, there's just so many questions. I can like the chat is just wait. Let me see if I can just move that here because I have my teleprompter here, so it looks like I'm seeing you when I'm reading the chat, but it just scrolled too fast. So I'm just going to go here, and I think, oh yeah, I think. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Is there like a reflection on the screen? No, it looks fine, I think. Okay. Okay. So is it important to have good or amazing programming skill to start a startup project without help from anyone and work on the project alone? So in my case, I started from zero. Like I didn't know how to code at first. So I took like a programming course. But my first apps, man, they were like really terrible. I think my very first like real app. Oh wait, no, actually, earlier I said that this was my first dollar, the photo app, but no, that's not true. I had another one. I just remember. I think it was this one. Let's see if I can find it on the web archive. Yes. Okay. So actually, no, I made my first dollar from here. I got one customer from Reddit ads, totally random, just one, and then it completely stopped. So, yeah, I think, okay. So it was like way before like everyone started to make like AI blog posts. It was like really ugly landing page because I didn't know how to do like design and stuff like that. So that was my very first project I published. I did some ads on Reddit. I got one sale from it and one sale from a friend that were using it. But yeah, it was like basic, like really dumb copywriting tool, really ugly. Like this was the interface. Let me see. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't showing my screen. My bad. Yeah, so this was the landing page. So it's super ugly. It still somehow made sales. And like this was the interface. So you don't need to be like really good at design or anything. Like look at that, like the corner here, it's so horrible. So you don't need to be amazing with at programming. I think you just need to know enough to do what you want to do. So yeah, just like learn the basics and then if you're stuck somewhere, then you can, I mean, especially now with ChatGPT, you can learn really quickly, I think. So you don't need to be like really perfectly good at that, in my opinion at least, and based on my own experience. Yeah, so if you want to check, it's like molly-air.com. Like it's just worst name, worst landing page. It still made money, you know. So it wasn't much. It's like just one subscription at like 14 per month, like 2 subscriptions. So I had like 30 MRR eventually before they churned out. Then are you going to work in Cape Town? I will try not to. No, I think no, I don't want to, like, because I think if I start working there, then you know I will burn out again. So like I want to take like a full break. So we'll see how it goes, but maybe just do support, like have the live chat crisp and stuff. But yeah, I don't really want to. I want to relax and clear my mind. Question: would you recommend Reddit marketing when your product is not polished enough? Uh, well, you know, this was on Reddit. So this was on Reddit ads. So I guess it can work. But on the other side, it was just like, I think, lucky. I got only one sale. After that, I keep spending on ads, but it wasn't like getting more sales. And I think this, like, there is a good reason for that. But, you know, literally it was a wait list. So I think actually it might be, geez, look at that. The button is not even straight. Was it this one? Sign up for free. I think I had a page where they could actually just register or something. Long version here. Oh yeah, okay, it was a Loom. Jeez. Yeah, no, I think they could just sign up for the app for free, and then they would have like some kind of paywall or something. I don't remember exactly, honestly, but yeah. So you don't need like something super polished. I think as long as you're open about it, you don't pretend to be like some big company, like, hey, we're like Adobe or something, then, you know, people are, I think, understanding, and especially at the start, then you have your price like fairly affordable. I think that can be fine. But yeah, I don't really use Reddit for marketing, honestly, because it's just, you know, you get banned every time. So I just post, like, I think if you check my Reddit history, it's like, it's just like me posting in, let's see. Yeah, I don't really post anywhere. I think, yeah, I think that the only thing I posted is like side projects. Yeah, I didn't really got any traffic because it's not much thing. But yeah, so yeah, I don't really use Reddit. I probably should, because I think like there is Dominique, where is he? Oh. Yeah, he managed to get, I think, help kits. I think he grow help kit like using Reddit. I don't want to say something wrong. I'm not sure. Geez, 900 people. Wow. Thanks everyone. That's a lot. I'm nervous now. But yeah, so, and he made this like Red Rich for Reddit. So, you know, shout out for that. I don't personally use it because, again, I don't do Reddit, but I think that would be probably like a good way to get started. But I think I know lots of people had success with Reddit marketing, so I think that's definitely like a channel worth trying. It's just I didn't have the opportunity to try yet. Then from Elias, what's your beard care routine? I actually don't have any. I just, you know, shower, and that's it. I don't have any product. I just go to the, like it looks good because I went to the barber like last week or something. But you know, if I let it grow, I look like a caveman. It's just everywhere. So it's just, I guess, shave it from time to time. But one thing, like if you want to grow a beard, like when I was, I didn't have a beard yet. What I was doing is, I think castor oil. I think it was. Yeah, it was this. So I was using that, and those little roller with the spikes, I have no idea if it made any difference, but I was using that and like shaving it with an actual razor every 2 days. And I think, and again, I might be totally wrong here, but I think when you shave it a lot, then it becomes harder and more thick. So I don't know. So, you know, maybe try that, but I cannot guarantee it works. Maybe it's you know, bullshit marketing I fall for, but yeah. I want to make so we have a new landing page. So let's see, more SEO, publish SEO blogs while you sleep. Okay, so I guess this is another AI SEO blog post. So the thing, like, I guess that it was AI SEO, but I think for someone who is not familiar with that, like, you don't really want to publish SEO blog posts because that implies, like, it says nothing about creating them, like having them created. So the main thing for this product is not necessarily about publishing, it's more about creating. So you need to find a way to articulate that better in the headline. And then I know it's here, but then, you know, people will just, like if they don't immediately understand, they probably won't read the rest. I kind of like the design though. It's like really a bit out of like what you see usually, but I think there is like just too much going on. And I'm not a designer, but my first thought would be you need to make people focus a bit more on where you want to read them, like guide the reading. So I think for this one, like, so, you know, you have this one, it's like you immediately see it. Like there is no confusion. Like the someone watching this page is going to be here. So it's kind of the case with this one here. But then it's like you have just one text here, and then you have text here, but then you also have some here, a bit more. Like, I don't know, I just feel there is too much going on. But again, I'm not a designer, so I might be saying total bullshit for that. But in terms of copy, I think you need to improve to make it more clear that this is not something to schedule, because that could work for like scheduling SEO blog posts, like publish. People don't want to publish, they want to like have their SEO on autopilot. So you probably want to improve that. Let OI create, schedule, optimize, edit, and deliver SEO ready in seconds. Okay, perfect for busy founders. See features. Yeah. So I don't know, see features, like I guess that should be the landing page. So okay, I think one thing you like, if you have buttons that, you know, make people scroll or something, I think like, yeah, you want to make it clear that this is still on the landing page, you know, like here it's scroll, so people know, oh, okay, like if I want to read more, then I know that I can scroll up. If you send them straight to the thing, then they might think it's a new page. My first thought was that it's a new page. So yeah, you might want to make it clear. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, 1,000 article. I'm not sure what the testimonial is about. The cost was $1,000 article. We closed a 5K client. So I don't know, I feel it's not really clear. Like, is it a tool for like freelancers or people trying to get more SEO? Like, I don't know, like the testimonial is not very clear. And same with this interface. It's like, I would say it's a bit like, I don't know, like that could be made up like, you know, with, a screenshot, like a made up screenshot. So if you do something like, if you have a screenshot, then you want to have like, you know, something familiar, like the search console, something like that. And yeah, my SEO is terrible for this project. But I think actually, well, Ilya does it really well. I think well, which one was it? Was it this one? Like, yeah, here. So this is great because it's an interface that you immediately understand. Like if you do SEO, you know exactly what this is. So this is a Google Search Console. And if you see that, then you immediately understand like, okay, this is going to give you, you know, these SEO results. So yeah, this is like, this product is going to give you this. And I would probably put that, I mean, obviously don't, you know, don't copy his thing. Just try to get your own screenshot of thing. Just don't do copy paste. But what I mean is, yeah, I would remove that because that could be from anything. I don't know what this interface is, and I would probably put that around here, or you know, have like something to immediately show people like what you're going to get. So either shows like some features or like actual like the interface or something, or the actual results. So in this case, the screenshot of the the results. Geez, how many people are in the chat now? Wait, where do I see that? Wow, we're over 1,000. It's insane. Like, so, okay, so not much on YouTube, but on Twitter, 1,000. It's crazy. I thought there would be like 20 people. So okay, I don't know if we will have time to like check everyone because there are like so many messages in the chat. But okay, well, you know, like I could spend hours just for the whole landing page, but I think the hero is the thing you want to put your attention on. That's the most important thing. So I'm going to have to move on to another question because of time constraints. But yeah, I hope that at least that was a bit helpful. So, okay, what do we have after? Is SEO dead? How you optimize for the LLM focus SEO? Man, I don't know, man. Me and SEO is like, it's not working well. Honestly, I've never had like a project working well with SEO. Arguably, I've never seriously done SEO. So, yeah, that probably doesn't help. But I don't think SEO is dead. But I'm not qualified to answer the question. So I don't optimize for LLM focused SEO at all. I probably should, because I saw, especially recently, lots of people on Twitter saying like they had like lots of success with that, with, you know, ChatGPT recommending the product. Like I think there is I was on a steakhouse with like James from Leave Me Alone. Yeah, this one. And I think they have like, they posted something funny. Like ChatGPT said they had some features they didn't actually have. So people were like complaining in the support. So yeah, I think there is definitely some things to do, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really the most qualified to talk about that. I know that Dimitro made, oh, where is it? I think it's LLM console. Yeah. So I've never really used it, but I know that Dimitro used that. I know there is Klaus who also have prompt word, but I think it's way more pricey. Yeah, so this one is quite expensive. So yeah, I don't know. There are some tools, but I don't really do anything about it. So I probably should actually, but but yeah, I guess that doesn't really answer the question, but yeah. So should a first timer start with a product or service business? Where is the less cost involved? I guess it really depends on what your goal is. I think I was going to say, if you want to make money, focus on like service and freelance, but it's probably like, it's not like, you know, you clap your fingers and you get customers. But I would say it's much not easier, but the amount of work to have like a software working and like recurring subscriptions is really like absurdly high, unless you already have some distribution and stuff. So if like so before doing like all this, you know, software and stuff, I was freelancing, like advertising. So I was managing ads for like brands. Like I had like one main big clients, and the thing is, this client, I got it for almost 5 years, maybe something like that. And I was making like from, you know, 3,000 to 10,000 per month with like, 10,000 is like maybe just 2 months where I sold extra services. But like I was making a living basically from just one client. And if you have something that can be recurring, then yeah, I think it's probably easier, because you have to find maybe 1, 2, or 3 clients that are recurring, and then, you know, you're set. But the hard part is to find clients. So I don't have tips for that, because I got mine through referral, And I think honestly that would be the best bet to get started, is to build your network, I guess. That answer totally sucks because I hate doing that. I've never really built my network, but it's just I know a guy who needed someone for ads. So yeah, like there is no, easy way for any entrepreneurship thing. It's not like, you see all the success online, but it's not like that easy. So I think in any case, it's going to take a while to make money, but I would say you probably get a return on time spent, like a bigger return on time spent, if you focus on like making services or productized services or like agency or something, like not agency, but like freelance, I guess. But then again, I really had like all my clients when I was doing freelancing was like referral. I never really did marketing. So I'm not really, again, qualified to answer this question. So take what I say with a grain of salt. That's a good one. How do you decide when to give up on an idea? Like when do you stop putting effort, marketing dollar into it? Well, that's a good one. So for me, it really depends on, like I had two periods, I would say. So first, and actually if you look into my apps here, so from September to like August, where I launched Talk Notes, which was my first real long-term project, I launched like an insane amount of projects. Like it was like, I don't know, like a 17, 20, something like that. And I was just moving on really fast. Now, some of them, especially like this one or this one, I moved on quickly, and I don't regret, because the product, like my skills were low. But if you're just starting out, you might want to move quickly because you're still learning. So you want to get used to shipping things and maybe market them, launch them, etc., and maybe remove the pressure. But once you reach a point where you are, okay, now maybe it's time to focus on something a bit more like long-term. And again, there is no, like, it can make sense to focus on that straight away. I guess for some people, there is no like one way to do things. But for me, I'm telling you what worked for me is just when I was starting out, I just shipped a lot of projects, and I was learning every time. And eventually I reached a point where I had like, some kind of boilerplate, like my own code ready that I could just copy paste easily between projects. And if I wanted to launch something, then I could do it quickly. Now, so this one was basically like, like chat based sort of. Before, like it was like a AI chatbot and stuff. But I ended up moving on because I didn't have money for ads back then, and everyone I contacted with like cold messages were like, I don't know what AI is. It was like really when ChatGPT was not even here. So for me back then, it didn't really make sense because it would have taken a lot of time for people to understand like what an AI chatbot is, and it was like way above my skills, I think. So I don't think I would have been able to make this work with my current skills. So it really depends on what you want. And then we have another example, which is Scribed that I sold recently, where I worked on it for not a year, but like a good amount of time, not full time. It was more like I work on it a little bit and I move on. I ended up selling it because I honestly tried everything I could to grow it, and acquisition was like, oh, wait. Okay, I think my headset died. Let me know if you still hear me. Wait, sorry for that. Let me check, is the mic working? Yeah, okay. Can you just let me know if you still hear me well, because I had to restart my thing. Okay. And I want to say, I think if you have a skill freelancing agency service, it's like it's not guaranteed, but I think it will be easier. Well, not necessarily easier, but more likely to succeed, I would say. Okay, geez, I'm so behind. Like the messages I was answering was like 30 minutes ago. So yeah, but yeah, okay. To conclude on the when to give up and stuff, it's like, so for Scribets, acquisition was fairly easy because I was running ads and it was like not saturated and I could get leads easily. But the problem was to actually convert them. So lots of them, it was like really B2B hardcore, and lots of them wanted a call. I'm not a veterinarian. I don't know anything about veterinarians. I've never even had a pet. So like, it's just, it was really hard to relate to those people, like to this audience on a call, on a sales call. Like they was asking me questions I had no idea how to answer. So I reached a point where I was like, okay, I've tried. I had this really block, and the only way I could overcome that was either to partner with a vet or sell it. And I didn't want to partner. I didn't like the app. I just wanted to move on. So I think for me, the answer to the question, so how do you decide to give up? When do you move on? Is if you tried everything you could and nothing is working, then maybe it's time to consider moving on, because and like if you cannot learn, like, because if you tried everything, like by trying everything, I also include like learning. So if you don't know SEO, you try SEO, you never took SEO course or watched SEO content, and you try SEO and it fails, it doesn't mean that you should move on straight away. Maybe it takes some time. There is like Href have like really good free content, for example. I think, yeah. So if you want to learn SEO, just watch that. Or if you want something like it's it's nice, but I think there is Danny also has like a really good course about SEO. So like, I don't know, it's like, depends on your budget and what you want to focus on, but at least try to learn. That's my point. So if you tried everything you could, including learning new skills, and it still doesn't work, then okay, maybe now it's time to consider moving on. The exception is if you're just starting out and you need to learn new skills, like you want to to learn how to make apps, make like a basic to-do list app or some productivity stuff. It's not going to make money, but it's going to teach you how to code. And that's what I was doing. Like those first app, like this one, I was lucky this one made money, especially with this landing page. But like, let's see. Yeah, this one was like personal project. Same with this one. This one kinda. This one kinda. This one was a personal project. Like the same with this one. Like most of my first projects were like didn't go anywhere. So yeah, it's like it depends on what your goal is, but yeah. So I hope that answers the question. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the right channel for my project is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, but I'm afraid to spend there. Trying through tech-related channel. If you don't have much budget, don't do ads, honestly, because you're going to be stressed and ads can be costly. So I wouldn't recommend doing ads if you don't have budget. But what you can do is to try organic content, because like usually if your audience is in there and you can actually make content for it, then chances are you can still reach them with good content, and then you can even use that for ads later. So I would like, and that's where I recently changed my mind about it. But I think having a product where you can create content about is a really massive advantage, because you can reach people for like free sort of, versus if you get, like, for example, Scribet, I could never have made content for veterinarians unless I paid someone. So I would just try organic if you can to make content, and then once your project start making money, then you can reinvest some and try with ads. But if you're starting from zero and you don't have much budget, then I wouldn't spend too much on ads, honestly. And I'm saying that as someone who was like a guide on ads. So just once you have something proven, it's going to make everything much easier. Okay. What's the weirdest customer? I don't have any. So what's the weirdest customer request you got that made you realize people use your stuff differently than you thought? Honestly, I didn't really got any. So again, not really a great example for that. I'm trying to think of something, but yeah, I don't have anything that come to my mind right now, at least. Okay. Oh, great. So I'm starting to see the comments from YouTube, and that was like 30 minutes ago. Damn, I'm so behind. Let's see. How do you find problems that has not been already solved by other startup using AI? That's a good one, and honestly, that's one I'm kind of struggling with because I really hate competition. Like I like when I can just find an idea, no one is in, and just do my thing. But honestly, it's almost impossible. Even like for example, test it with my positioning. So like this is like this one. With my positioning, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that is focusing on like affordable, and turned out there are like actually lots of competitors who were doing the same. So I don't think no competition is a thing, and that's something I need to get over. Like there will be competition anyway, so it's not because there is competition that an idea is like taken. Like for example, Torque Notes, when I launched it, there was already Audio Pen that was doing really well. So it's like pretty much the same thing. It's exact same project basically, but it mine work. I still made money from it, and the new owner is still it's still generating revenue. Like it grow since I sold it. So there is like even new players now. It's like, and that's one of the reasons I sold. I saw so many competitors, and I was getting worried. And like obviously it was not the only reason. I had like many reasons to sell it, but that was one of them. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be like, it's going to be so competitive. And no, actually, no, it didn't. Like it grew organically. Like the new owner, I think, stopped most of the ads, like just let some running, but it mainly grew like even organically. So I don't know. It's like, it's not because there is competition that you cannot do it. It's like what matters is, can you get distribution? Like for example, there is Jack. I don't know if you're watching that, Jack, but if you are, big fan. Yeah, so he made Postbridge, which is a social media scheduling tool, and he focused on affordable. So I think it's like $5 per month, like if you take the yearly one. And it's like there is so many tools. There is like thousands of tools doing the exact same thing. But yeah, Jack, did it organically. So he started posting about it on Twitter, and he just posted about it, and he's making like 10,000 emeralds. So I think that was pretty eye-opening for me, because I was always scared of competition, and this showed me that it's bullshit. So you don't have to find a problem that's not solved. Actually, it's probably if no one solved it, it's either too complicated or no one cares about. So it's really unlikely that you will be the first one to solve the problem. Okay, then what programming language do you primarily use? JavaScript. I think now I started learning with Python, but I don't recommend it now because it's not that useful unless you want to do very specific stuff with AI. I think JavaScript, you can do everything with it. You can do like mobile apps with Capacitor. You can do desktop app with Proton. Like, is it Proton? Electron, sorry. So like there is just, you can do everything. So yeah, JavaScript is my go-to. I have a website I have created, how to get the best domain. It doesn't matter, literally. Like, look, Postbridge, it's like post with like a dash. Everyone say, oh yeah, dash are terrible. It doesn't matter. So I think forget about having the best domain. Of course, if you can get the .com, it's good. Like don't get like some like XWZ domain, it's weird. It looks a bit sketchy. But if you can get some .com, .io, .so, like I mean, even Notion. Look, it's Notion.so. So try to get something like you can always change it later. So don't spend too much time on it, I think. I like your content. You work on what project right now? If you can talk a little bit. So right now I have 2 projects. I have like Test It, which I have been working on not full time for like almost a year now, and I have this one, Generate Ads. As you can see, the landing page is very original. That's because I reuse the same code. I just copy paste my code between projects. But yeah, that's my 2 main projects. And like honestly, Test It is not doing well because there's like lots of reason for that. And I have like a video eventually one day coming about it, but it's just a bad positioning and audience combination. I love the project. I use it myself. Like the problem with this one is I had a problem, which was A/B testing was too expensive, and most people, at least in my like organic audience, are not interested in A/B testing because they don't come from like a marketing background, and A/B testing is really when you are into marketing. So yeah, I still update it because I need features for myself, but yeah, so and Generate Ads is I guess the name is pretty explicit. It's just to generate ads, static ads using AI. But yeah, those are the 2 main ones I work on right now. Then I'm building a startup idea which has most traffic. I'm building the website. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the issue are, so it's hard to answer like that. Are you going to upload this to YouTube? Yeah, I think it will be available on YouTube. So hopefully you should be able to, and I think maybe on Twitter it will be available. Not 100% sure, but yeah, it will be on YouTube anyway. How do you price your product, like competitor analysis or on your own? I guess it depends. It depends on how you position yourself. Like for example, so this one is priced cheap because the audience I'm focusing on is makers like me, and then you have, for example, this one, which is $300 per month. So it's like this is yearly, so 100K and 100K. So it depends on who you're focusing on, and like they have like a huge amount of feature, for example. So they do that because they have specific audiences, like big company, they need like thousands of features. So for them, $400 per month makes sense, I guess. And it's not even that's the cheapest plan they have. So for them, this price makes sense. And it's the same with like other analytics app. Like some are super expensive, but it depends on. It's hard to just answer that question directly, but it really depends on your positioning. So for me, I have way less features, but I'm also cheaper. So it really depends on the audience, the positioning of the product, and many other things. For Talk Notes, I wanted something fairly affordable, but one thing is you can always have like the price was bumped, but it was before I sold it. It was $12 per month, and then I think 60 per year. But I usually like to start lower and then gradually increase the price to see what I can, like how much I can push it to. So that's what I usually do. Like when I launch something, it's the cheapest it will ever get, and then eventually it gets more and more expensive as I get more users. So yeah, I don't know. There is no direct strategy. Favorite project you've built by far? That would be, I keep showing it, but oh no, I wasn't showing my screen. I'm so dumb. Geez. Okay. Just to show some context back. So this is tested, the one I was showing to, A/B testing and stuff like that. This is the. Wait, how long has it been? I was. Okay. I'm going to keep the screen recording. Yeah, so I was showing this. So that's my pricing for the same amount of like users, and then theirs is like 400 per month. So it's like, yeah, it really depends on the thing. And what I was showing earlier, so yeah, PostBridge, I was mentioning that. The list of my apps, I don't know if I showed that or if I was already in the other thing. And what did I wanted to show? Now I lost the, oh yeah. Yeah, so I said I copy paste my code, and you can clearly see it here. So project number 2, project number 1, copy and paste. So yeah, but to answer the question, this Testit is by far my favorite project, honestly. Like, this is one of my least successful projects, but in terms of like income, but in terms of like how much I like working on it, it's just, I just enjoy adding new features because this is something I use myself. So yeah. It probably helped that it was right. Oh yeah, about going back to web archive. Wait, just out of curiosity, how many people are watching now? Where do I see that? This is the chat. So how do I? Jeez, 1,600. It's crazy. And 38 on YouTube. Jeez. Well, thanks everyone. But let's see. So yeah, so about the first project, so that just for people who are not here back then, it was this one. So it was like, yeah, AI block generator. Like, it was really, really a long time ago, before, you know, you had everyone was doing it. So it helped that nobody was doing AI blog posts, right? It feels like it would be harder now competing with all the polished apps that do the same thing. Well, yes, but it also didn't really work. So it was more like a general copywriting tool. It could, so what I know that one of the, like the features, if you look at the features, can I even, man, this landing page was terrible, and it still made 2 sales back then. Yeah, so it was not just blog posts. It was also like ad copy, product description. So it was more like general copywriting tool. I don't know if anyone actually used it for making blog posts. But yeah, I think the thing back then, the quality was much lower compared to now. So yeah, it didn't really help because I didn't really market it back then. I moved on fairly quickly. Wait, why is it? What happened here? Oh yeah, it was because I changed the, I removed it. Okay. So yeah, it didn't really work. But if I had like better coding skill back then, and I was going all in and, you know, working long term, then yeah, I think I would have like there was Jasper.ai, Copy.ai and other tools, but they were like more generic. So if I focused on making a full SEO blog post solution, which would have been done because back then, and I mean still no, but especially back then, I didn't know anything about SEO. Yeah, that would have been an advantage. But yeah, what's your approach to launching in private Facebook groups? I don't really launch on. Oh, actually, I did once. Wait, can I? Actually, that would be amazing if I can find that. I don't know if that was actually the domain name, but I did launch back then in a Facebook group. It's not working anymore. Okay, it was like a print on. It was like back when I was doing e-commerce. So it was like a store. You could just send a picture of your dog, and I would pay. It was before AI. I would pay someone to turn the picture into an image, like some graphic design stuff. So I would pay someone to make an image, and then people would buy like a mug or a cushion or something. And what I did, I launched on Facebook groups. Like I found like groups for like pet owners, and I just posted there like, hey, I'm you know, a small entrepreneur. I'm starting a project, etc., etc. And yeah, I got customers from here. The profit was like 0, but I got customers from that. Like not much, just a few ones, but yeah. So I guess, yeah, Facebook group can be an option. Like the thing is, it's like Reddit. So Reddit is really gatekeeping. If you post promoting like marketing stuff, they will ban you. Facebook group maybe slightly less, but in general, any community don't like outsiders promoting stuff. So I got banned from the Facebook groups eventually. But yeah, it's like try maybe to jump in the community before, like interact with people, etc. And then after like, a few weeks, then okay, maybe start promoting as the moderators, etc. But yeah, that's also technically a channel if your audience is on Facebook groups. Then do we really need to create video content on YouTube for SaaS marketing, or Twitter is enough? Yeah, I mean, you don't need YouTube, honestly. I don't think I've made any sale from my YouTube video. Like I got, let's see, I think it's over 300,000 now. Yeah, so I have, yeah, almost 500,000 views. I don't think I've made a single sale from that. Obviously, I don't have like, I don't promote anything. I don't have like direct like links and stuff. So, it all depends on, I guess, the kind of content you do. Mark made a good amount because he promoted his stuff. So it really depends, but you don't have to. Like all of my sales and stuff, I made it like without YouTube. YouTube is just like a fun thing. So yeah, it's not like you don't have to make content on YouTube. Like for me, the quantity of effort you have to put in, at least to make my videos, is just absurd. It doesn't make, like, I don't think I can get a positive return on time spent because video takes so long. But yeah, for me it's just more for fun. So you don't have to. You definitely don't have to. Especially like, and again, Twitter is enough. Like it depends on who is your audience. I usually don't really recommend. Like problem with using Twitter as an audience, like as a way to grow your business, is that now your only way to make money is to post on Twitter, and you can kind of like feel that. And the thing, when I started, let's see. So Make Logo AI was just like Twitter product hunt, was just organic. Same with like, I mean, I didn't really promote the other ones, but like, yes, and there's like the Scrap, this one. And the thing is, you have to post about it. And, if it's like there are some exceptions, like Jack, he's doing it really well. He only posts about his app and somehow it works because he's doing it in a really like natural way. But if you rely on Twitter for your income, it's going, like, people will feel it eventually, and you're not going to have as many cool stuff to post, I feel, than if you didn't rely on it. So I don't know, it's like, obviously it works, but just that's something to keep in mind. Don't fully rely on Twitter because I don't think it's necessarily the best channel. Like lots of people who are just starting out, etc. So yeah, I don't know. It depends on the audience, I guess. Like for Jack, it works because he's for, like, I guess the main user for Postbridge is like people who, they have their app, they want to get some traffic via organic, and he himself grow his app using organic content. So it made sense for him to make the app, and he has the audience for it, etc. But if, like, for example, test it, even like I don't post much about it, but even if I did, I know that it's not going to, bring much conversions. Like it bring, like, I think, let's see. Oh, I don't think I have revenue tracking enabled here. Yeah, I don't have the revenue data, but like, you can see that most of my traffic is coming from Twitter and the sales are like super low. Yeah, this is ridiculous. 300. As I said, this is like my favorite product, but this one is just not, not really made for like Twitter. So again, it really depends on your audience. So yeah. Okay. let's see. The website where you can purchase subscription of href somewhere. Only, yeah, well, so I made a website where people can purchase subscription for href, SEMrush, Grammarly, and that element at only $28. Well, I'm not sure that's really legal in the first place, but can you please guide me to reach 20,000 MRR? Well, I wish I could, but like, again, there is no like one way to do things, and I need to drink water because I'm getting super dehydrated. But if I were to promote something like that, honestly, I would just do probably Reddit. Like people asking like, okay, oh, does someone has a subscription to share for href? Because I know that I saw some posts like that on Reddit. People asking like, hey, is there a way to, have cheaper href or something like that? So maybe you can try that, but I don't know. It's not really a product that is legal in the first place, I guess. Let's see. Geez, there is just so many questions. Would you recommend marketing a video or like a demo video by the creator on the landing page? I'm building slideshots. So I actually so I did a test where I was showing the video, and showing the video does increase the conversion rate. So this is promo time. This is tested. So if you want to do A/B testing, but yeah, so I tested if having a video on the landing page made a difference in terms of how many people click on the call to action. So the conversion rate with the video. So this is a current, what it looks like right now. So you scroll down, you have the video here. So it's just me. It's like it's really low quality. The sound is horrible. It sounds AI because I had to fix because there was like AC in the background. But still, it's super boring, I feel. But still, it converts better. So it's like 90% of people on the landing page click when there is a video, and without, it's only 70%. So yeah, it's not like you want to test that. It's like the statistical relevance is not like perfect, but still. And then you have like this with this checkout started that also confirm that purchase and sign up don't really matter because they don't act on it immediately. It's not on the landing page, so it's irrelevant here. But yeah, so I have like 2 data points that kind of confirms that. So in general, I think, and again, that's something you want to test, but I think adding a video, at least for me, improve conversion rate. And actually I have another one running. Let's see if we can get some interesting results. So, interesting. Seems like product and badges made almost no difference. So like, yeah, maybe yeah, it just went off, but yeah, there is normally a product hunt badge here, and I tried to hide it to see if it lower conversion rate, but it didn't really make a difference. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so back to the questions. How do you validate your IDs fast? I mean, again, there is no foolproof way to do it, but for example, what works for talk notes, and I mentioned it in the video about like the story of like talk notes and the exit. So if you haven't watched it, it's going to be this one, 200,000 startup. Wow, 330,000. It was like 300,000 like a week ago. But yeah, so for this one, I posted like on a bunch of directories. Actually, I had a list of directories. I don't have it like right here, but like what you can do is to like, if you have access to like href, and href is a bit pricey, but so they have like a $30 per month plan. And what I did, I just checked like similar apps, all their backlinks. So I think they nerfed it. Like it was way better back then, but like, and wait, oh yeah, that's the .com. The one with the domain is the .io. Yeah, so I was basically checking where, oh yeah, so you can get the plan, the cheap plan from here. Where were the backlinks from? And everywhere I saw, like for example, directories, I just went there and I listed. It's really time consuming. It took me, I think, 1 day doing that nonstop, maybe even more. And some of them are paid. Like for example, there is an AI for that. I remember I got good traffic from it, but it's super expensive now. I think it's like 200 or 300. Back then it was like $95. So depends on your budget, but I posted on directories and I got some traffic and some sales from it. But I think what really made the difference back then was launching on Product Hunt. I got like really good traffic from it. But otherwise, you can do like Reddit, what the name of this tool? F5. Wait, let me check something on my emails. I don't want to dox my emails. Yeah, F5 bots. Oh, I don't know if you hear my stomach, but I'm getting hungry. Yeah, I didn't plan to have the live. I thought no one would show up and that would be like 30 minutes. So I didn't. I need to check. I need to get something to eat. But yeah, you can use this F5 bots, which is free. And anytime someone mentions a keyword on like Reddit, Hacker News, or whatever this is, you get an email. So for example, if you want to track like, I don't know, analytics tool, if every time someone mentioned like, hey, is there like a Google Analytics alternative, for example, then you can plug it in there and it's free. So you can use it and you will receive an email. So it's quite nice. You can also try Redreach. That's a paid option with way more like options. It's made by Dominic, and that's the second time I mentioned that during the live, but I really love this landing page, and I definitely didn't got inspiration for my own landing page. You cannot nothing, absolutely not copied his own design. But yeah, so you can try that or F5 bot, and every time someone mentioned some keyword related to a product on Reddit, then you can go and manually answer. Which model could be the best to start with a website that generate text to audio or audio to audio as you done personally? Whisper is the cheapest, so it's open source, so you can even run it on your own machine like server. Whisper. Roast mine. Okay, let's see. Oh, I feel that's going to be a blog. So yeah. So yeah, minimalistic. I guess that worked for you. Yeah, so it doesn't really work here. First question from Max. Why are you so smart and handsome both? I don't know, but I'll return you the question. Keep in mind on X is misleading. Oh yeah, for the viewers. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that looks like a lot. I don't think there's like actually 1,000 people live right now. But at least, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to make a small pause here and grab something in the fridge because I'm really starving. Well, if you follow me on Twitter, you can probably guess what I got from my fridge. So this is, of course, some cheese. So brie in this case. So I'm just going to eat it like that. So good. So thought about email marketing to get new users? I guess it depends what you mean by that. Either like you have two ways to do marketing with email. You can either do like cold emails, and you can do like email sequences. So email sequences, like when someone sign up for your project, then they received like an onboarding, like emails, like maybe once every 2 days or something, to get them to actually try the app, subscribe, etc. But like that only works for existing users. For new users, you want to do cold email, and it works. I just never had any success with it. So I don't know. I'm not a good example, but I know it works. Like you need to send a lot of emails from what I hear, like 1,000 emails and stuff. So it's hard. It's annoying, but yeah, it's kind of hard. It kind of works. Okay, I'm going to have skip some of those because there's just so many. Walk us through the sales process. How do we get ready to list for sale? So I guess I need to open that because the AC is in the other room, and otherwise it's super hot because I'm in Bangkok and it's like really hot all the time. So I went through the whole thing in 2 places. So first on my YouTube video, but also on Acquire. So you can, if you want the whole process, you can check, I think, this one. So I sold 3 startups, but I made an interview for 2 of them. So you can just write Acquire Nico Jinen and you can find those ones. So this is the first one, 65,000 with Make logo. And then this one with Talk Notes. I don't know why it's 250. Oh yeah, for the profit. Okay. Yeah, so there is like a whole video about it and I cover like everything. So I would recommend watching that if you are interested. Dominic saying, oh yeah, I mentioned Redrich. Well, I mentioned it twice. Okay. What was the problem with Tested that made you quit working on it? Looks like a great idea to abandon. I haven't quit working on it. It's just it's really slow and like I'm just fine with it not really working as much as I wanted. I'm going to still try more things, but it's just everything I tried with it so far didn't work as much as it wanted. And I think so I changed the positioning recently. Before it was focusing on like small makers. So if you look at like Web Archive, you can see the new landing page and stuff like that. So I'm going to see how it goes with the new positioning. But yeah, as I mentioned that earlier, but it's basically, it's something that I personally needed. I didn't really thought of, would other people want A/B testing? And that's the thing. Like anyone who has like decent traffic should do A/B testing, but there is a big difference between what your audience want and what your audience need. So if you're offering them what they want, then you're going to get sales. But if you're offering them what they need and it doesn't match what they want, then you're going to have problems, and then you need to make education, etc. So that's actually, that's taught me a good lesson, I guess. It's just try to focus on what people want, and after then like try maybe to move to what they need. But like yeah, that's not very clear. What I mean by that is if you want to launch a product, make sure that it's not necessarily what people need, but also what they actively want, because otherwise it's going to be much harder. And what you can do is to focus your marketing on what they want, but the actual product, the way you position it, is actually what they need. And then once you know the sign up, etc., then maybe you can do a bit more like education and stuff like that. So yeah, it's you have to find the balance, and I guess that's the main lesson I have from it. But yeah, I haven't given up on it. I use it every day, like I showed a bit earlier, some tests. How did you code the project? Like, I can't seem to get my ID up and running, maybe because it's too complex. So especially if you are just starting out and you learn to code recently, or you're not used to big projects, keep things simple. All of my projects, I think, if you look at all those ones, that was like really that simple, super simple, super simple, super simple, super simple. Like all of them. I think this one was like technical. I never actually shipped it. This one was a bit more technical because I had to learn Twitch API and stuff. Yeah, like this was the first complex project I worked on. So if you haven't made much projects, try to focus on making something simple first, and gradually you can make things that are a bit more complicated. Like I would never have been able to make this one, test it, because it has like a no-code editor and bunch of things when I was starting out. I only was able to do it because, ChatGPT helped a little bit, but it's still a very technical thing. And I just was better at programming, and you get better at programming by programming stuff. So I hope that answers the question. I hope it's not like ASMR microphone, like where you can hear everything. Did you have any coach on marketing, developing, etc.? I kind of did. So I started after high school, so I didn't have any prior knowledge. And so I had to learn everything from scratch. I did read an insane amount of books. I don't even remember all the books I read, but everything I could read, I was reading about it, like blog posts, etc. I did courses. Like I took courses. I got scammed multiple times with, typical guru. Like I was just fresh out of high school, and then, you see all the YouTube video of like guys, hey, this is how I made $1 million. So I was, I got scammed. Like, I mean, the content sometimes were useful, but yeah, still. But I think it's just, yeah, you can probably get the same from books, honestly. So, what's the name of this one? Oh, I just saw like a recent message. What kind of cheese is that? It's brie. What's the name of this one? Damn, I forgot. It's like a really indie reads. I think I listed it. No. I cannot find it anymore. Wait. I think if someone remember, like it's a really popular book. If someone can find the name and put it in the chat, would be nice. It's like it's really, everyone talk about it on Twitter and stuff. So it's like, yeah. Wait, I just want to see here. Oh, I had this scheduled. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the book. Persuasion. Damn. Yeah, I don't remember it. Sorry. I'm sure you can find it if you. Oh, your voice is gone. Shit. Is my voice actually gone? Wait, test. Can you hear me? Test 1, 2. Wait. Hear you. Oh, okay. Okay. I got scared that I was still speaking for nothing. Okay, so when was the message? Yeah, that was 40 minutes ago. I have so much to catch up. Okay. Do you partner with people? No, I don't like partnering with people. Maybe I should, but it's not something I want to do right now. It's like, I think I would consider partnering in the case, for example, the veterinarian app, where I don't, like, I know how to market it, I know how to create the app, but I don't know how to make content for it. And I don't know how to, like, I need like a front person sort of. So I think I would consider partnering up with someone in this specific situation, but otherwise, if it's just only marketing or building, like I can pretty much do it myself or hire. So I think for me, that would only make sense if, for in that situation. Yes, thank you, Tona. It's Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. It's a really good book. Well, I actually never finished this one, but I know the content and I know it's really good. It's by Robert Cialdini. So you can just go check that. Really, really, really good book. Like, it's going to teach you the basics of like marketing and how to write to sell, sort of. So highly recommend. Thank you for mentioning it. Okay, so roadmap of your coding journey. Well, in terms of coding, if you want everything in terms of code, I have a blog post that cover it. So how I learned to code in 2 months. You could just go to my website and then you have like I even put some of the links. So those 2 ones, like CS50 is really good. They probably have like a updated version now. This was it for like 2025, so you can find it. It's free, really nice if you're starting from zero. But yeah, it's like basically from zero to my first like customers. So I've tried a bunch of things and I got banned from Reddit. Typical. But yeah, so you can go into that, and I'm probably going to make a video about that because I think it's interesting topic. But probably at the rate I'm making videos on YouTube, probably like in a year or something. Your mic is super low. Oh shit! Is the mic actually low? Yeah, I can. Okay. Now you should hear me way more. So probably lower the volume a little bit because I'm talking like not loud, and then I'm going to talk normal now. So okay, tell me if that's better. I'm just going to check the chat. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Should I go back to how it was before, or like that is better because I increased the gain? Okay, so I'm going to keep it like that then. Okay, I love your last video. Really nice horror payoff. Thanks, man. This one took an absolute amount of work. Like, I started it actually before, like I started recording myself before I sold. So yeah, that's almost like 1 year. I mean, yeah, I sold 1 year ago. So I've worked in it for probably like 8 months. Obviously not full time. Like there were like times where I would just try hard and then, not work on it for like a month. But yeah, it still took me a really huge amount of time, and I don't really want to delegate because I have really specific vision in mind, and I don't think I can get that from someone else. And I also don't make money from YouTube because my channel is like not monetized. I'm banned somehow. So yeah, but I think, I don't know, I really love making videos. I think maybe I should have a product made for like YouTube audience, and then that would allow me maybe to like delegate some stuff to reinvest the money or making better content. I don't know. I don't want to do partnership, like a sponsor. Like I get tons of emails, people paying, like, hey, we can pay you like 5,000 for just a video or something. But I don't want to do that. I think it break the magic sort of. So for now, I'm just doing it for fun. But maybe if I have a product idea that can fit for YouTube, I think most people on YouTube is like people who are just starting out. but then I don't really want to make like a course or something. Like it's, I don't know. But yeah, for now, just when I have time. Do you believe that agent and automation apps are the money maker now? I mean, not more than anything. Like again, I just like this example, like Postgres is just, schedule your social media posts. It's like, it's not AI. It's not, I guess it's kind of automation, but it's not AI. It does have some AI feature, but still it's just, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. So I don't think you need to make some AI agent or something like that. What's the best place to remote work, Bali versus Bangkok? It really comes down to what you want. So Bali is great to, I would say, have a balanced lifestyle where, you work and then maybe in the afternoon you go to the beach, you go on adventure, because like you drive 1 hour, you're in the mountains, like gorgeous mountains, jungle, amazing. And way more people, lots of like big community there. So it's great to meet people, lifestyle, whatever. But in my own personal experience, and again, that might change from one people to another, but Bangkok is just much better to focus because the convenience. So to give you an idea, in my building, it's like a condo, so it's like big apartment complex. I have like a gym on the rooftop. So in the morning, I usually wake up like super like 5 a.m. something. Then I just take the elevator. I'm in the gym. I can, work out a little bit and then take the elevator and down, and I'm back to work in my home office. If I want food, I have lots of options for food delivery. And there is like, well, that's more for people who are in Bangkok, but there is like this thing, insane, like really, really good. You get like nice food. It's not the cheapest one, but it's like really high quality. So I use that a lot for like they deliver like frozen steak and it's like super good. I actually got like it was recommended to me by Peter Lovell. So it's like, I know lots of people use that and it's really nice. So if you're in Bangkok, you have that kind of stuff. There are some in Bali, but I don't know. I got food poisoning from one, and usually I get really bored by the food quickly. Well, I get bored sometimes by this one too, but yeah, I don't know. It's much more convenient because it's frozen here. So it's like they send you like dry ice, and you just froze everything, and then when you want to eat, then you just unfreeze it. So much more convenient, and for everything. If you want to buy stuff, like for me, for example, I bought lots of gear for like making videos and stuff. Bali, nothing is available. Bangkok, you just order on Shopee, and Shopee is like the equivalent to Amazon for people who are not in Asia. You get delivered in the same day. Actually, I ordered some more gear for videos. I wanted to get them before the stream, but I think now they're downstairs. But yeah, so it's much more convenient. Okay, let's see. I love your video. I'm working on an AI project. I have a million ideas, features, and I could go on working on it forever. How do I decide on what to include for launching an MVP? Good question, actually, really good one. I would say, so when you have a product, you're making a promise of, okay, if you buy my stuff, you're going to get this. And your MVP, I guess, should be you should remove everything that doesn't do that. So let me think of an example. So for example, generate ads. So there was, let me see if I have the dashboard. So there is like, for example, when I launched, the only option was to create like ads, like, just click here, create ads. That's it. And then I got I could have added tons of options. Like I wanted to add, for example, audiences, because I know that when you create ads, for example, you don't want ads for just one audience. Like obviously you're like, for example, for Talk Notes, I have content creators, lawyers, like there are so many people that you can focus. So, but I didn't add that at first because the only promise, like the main thing was create ads in 2 clicks. And then it's obviously it's not perfect, but then you get feedback from users, etc. So the only option I had was to create ads. Then I added the audience option. Then I added the inspiration tab where you can find like ads from other like competitors or whatever, and then clone them. So it's like everything that is not immediately delivering, I would skip it for the MVP. Same for well, I guess it's dead now. Yeah, I think it's so sad. That was my first project and now it's dead. But so yeah, at first it was just a type form where I would make the logo and send them. There was no option to change, personalized or anything. Then I added an option to, add text because it was just the logo like icon, not the actual full thing. And I wish I had something to show here, but the website doesn't exist anymore. But so yeah, it's just try to really focus on the core of what it means to like just deliver the promise you make with your marketing and remove the rest. And then you can always add the rest later. Simon. Ah, nice. Hi, Simon. Tu es français? Oui. But I just, my Twitter, like everything is in English, so I just speak English. Are you dropped off school? So I finished high school, but then I dropped right after. So I didn't do I tried. I was so bored. It just wasn't made for me. So I dropped after, I don't know. I don't like a month, 2. Like I just didn't care. I just wanted to make my business. So so I finished high school, but not whatever come after. Do we think about taxes, company location, and those operational things? How do we stay motivated? Well, yeah. Obviously, I cannot give tax advice because it really depends on the situation. For me, Singapore works because it's like, actually, I think someone asked in the comments earlier, but how did I incorporate or something? Yeah, I think someone asked how did I, but yeah, so for me, Singapore works because it's like you have like a real legit company, but it doesn't work like everywhere. You need to actually hire a tax attorney for that, but for me personally, Singapore works great, and I used this service Slick. It's like fairly easy. You also have Stripe Atlas for US. So if you want a US company, you can use that. If you want a Singapore company, you can use that. Slick is like, Singapore company is expensive. It's like, it cost me around 3,000 per year, which might not be expensive compared to other countries, of course, but US company is like 500 per year, something like that. It's much cheaper. So not including like, taxes and stuff like that. It's just for the like maintenance sort of. And again, I'm not giving any legal advice or, don't just go and register and do bad shit because I said so. Just do your own research. But for US, I would use that. For Singapore, I would use that. Actually, I think I have like a discount or something because they messaged me because I have the YouTube channel. Wait, I think. Do I? Oh yeah, I think if they have like a discount or something with this link. I have no idea actually. I know that there is some kind of discount, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah. I guess I hope that answered the question. Oh yeah, and how do you stay motivated? Well, I had trouble with that recently. I made like a post that went a bit viral. Where is it? Yeah, like this one. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's hard. Especially when you're not seeing the result you expected. It's really depressing sometimes. And I think not many people talk about it, but that's reality. So yeah, Yeah, it's just I try to think of my goals and stuff, but yeah. What kind of browser is that, or is Notion? This is, unfortunately for me, this is Arc. I don't recommend it because it's dying. It's not maintained anymore, and it's such a shame because I love it. It's just so well done, but they decided to give it up, like give up on it, whatever. So yeah, you can try it, but there is an alternative, which is Zen browser, slightly less feature, and it uses Firefox, so not a big fan, but it looks the same. So, working toward that. But yeah, for the vertical tab at least. Okay. Can you give some advice to a senior computer science student? I mean, yeah, the thing is, so you probably have the skills, but you're overthinking. That's what I noticed by talking with people who come from like a CS background, is just overthinking it and always trying to, change a little thing, make everything perfect, launch with like something super clean. I'm not saying you should skip like security and the essential stuff, but like you don't need everything you think you need. It's fine if you launch. Like the thing is, if you spend 1 month working, and this is what happened with Tested. I did everything I shouldn't have. I did the exact opposite of everything that got me successful. Is I spent 1 month working on it, polishing every single detail, making sure everything like is working perfectly, etc. And then while I launched, it totally flopped. So I could have saved lots of time. Like obviously, for this specific case, it's a product I use myself, and so okay. But I would have saved lots of time. Like let's say I didn't really care about the project, or my goal was to make revenue. I probably could have done it in 2 weeks by tryharding. So yeah, you don't need as many features and polish as you think you need. So if there is something that, like, the only thing that matters when you launch, in my opinion at least, is sales. So you have your landing page, you need to convert people, and if there are some bugs, it's fine. People are understanding. Like when I launched generate ads, there were some bugs. Like people send me a message, I fixed it, and that's it. So you don't need to have everything perfect. It's fine if not everything is super like perfectly I don't know how to say that, like but like perfect in terms of like security or whatever. Like obviously make the basics, don't have leaks on your user data, that's like obvious, but like just don't spend too much time on things that can only be a problem if too many people start using the app, like scalability and stuff like that. Just forget about that. Just try to get people to at least sign up for the app and then see from there. That would be my main advice, I guess. Is scratching your own itch still a viable strategy? Well, I'm always going back to test it. Yes and no, because in this case, it was my own itch, but it only works if there are other people who also have the itch. So, it's like, it's a good start, but you need to make sure that other people have this problem too. And then you're not the only one. Like for me, like the audience for this is at least the main messaging I had was really focused on technical founders. Like I have like NPM packages and a bunch of stuff that only technical founders can understand. But the thing is, technical founders, 99% of them don't give a shit about A/B testing. And it's dumb. If I spend a little bit of time thinking about it, that would have been obvious, but I just jumped straight to it without too much thinking. So that's my mistake. But yeah, so it's still a good strategy, but make sure that it's not just you. Like you're not a unique thing, because me personally, I come from a marketing background, then I learned to code. So I'm like, most people are not like that. So yeah. In Taiwan, most say you need a master degree through exam or application, or you struggle to find a job. I don't know, man. I'm not from Taiwan, and I never had really a job, so I cannot really give you advice about that. So yeah, I'm not the best person to ask that, I think. Can you make any Discord channel and you make some developer community which will help us connect and be in touch? I mean, yeah, I could, but the thing is, I have already so many things. So, like, I get that would work if I went a bit more serious on YouTube and actually had a way, like a software that I could work for YouTube audiences, and then I could spend a bit more time. But like, I don't know, because then you need to animate the community and stuff. So I don't know. For now, I don't have any plan, but maybe later. I don't know. Did you know coding? If I don't know coding and don't have access to dev, what's your advice? Vibe coding is awesome for front dev. Honestly, learn to code. If you want to make software, learn to code. Like, there are some exceptions of people who don't know how to code, who vibe code a full software, but it's just going to make things so much easier. And now, especially with AI, you can learn much faster. So just like even the basics, you don't need to know the most complicated stuff. You can learn on the go, but at least learn the basics and understand what you're doing, because otherwise you're just going to run into like infinite loops of not understanding what the AI is doing, and you don't know how to fix it. So yeah, that would be a recommendation. What's generally the most effective way to grow Twitter accounts with the purpose of promoting an app? Well, let me eat some cheese first. So I think if you grow a Twitter account purely to promote an app, I think I mentioned that earlier. Like, people are going to feel it, and you don't want to be salesy. Like, I got, let's see, almost 50,000 followers now because I just shared what I was doing. So I did cool stuff, like making an app in 48 hours and then selling it, etc., etc. Like, and I just shared everything. So yeah, again, I don't think Twitter is the most efficient marketing channel. Like, it can work, but like, it's I don't know. Like, I wouldn't use Twitter purely to market my product. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't think that's the most efficient way of doing things. I wanted to say something, but I forgot. Must not have been that important. Yeah, I guess must not have been important. If that come back to my mind, I will go back to that. I think my question is, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I have so many. I cannot like read everyone. How can anyone build AI without API cost handling? I have lots of ideas, but you can't. You need, AI is expensive. There is no other way. Like, so you could do what I did with generate ads, which is people bring their own API keys, but you still, like, you are still going to need to bring your own API key in the first place and make your own test, and it's going to cost you some money. But like, there is Bolt AI or Typing Mind, where it's like bring your own API key, so they don't really have to bear the AI cost. But it's really niche. Most people don't really know what an API key is, so it's like, depends on your project, I guess. But otherwise, you need to, like, it's going to be costly. E-commerce or SaaS for 20 years old who don't know how to code yet. So look, I've been in e-commerce for like almost, before I was doing SaaS, like 5-6 years. I had one of my like store that made I think it was 500,000 of sales. I'm not sure. That sounds great, 500,000. Wow. The profit on that, can you guess what it was? At the end, it was 5,000. Because e-commerce, well, it's some business are better and stuff, but e-commerce had such low profit margin that it's just so hard. And there is so many things that can mess you up. So if that was me, I would 100% go to SaaS. And that's why I went to SaaS, because I was doing e-commerce. Then I realized the supplier can fuck me up. I realized that it's just so many things. The supplier, the shipping company, you don't fully control the thing. So for me, that's why I decided to go into software, and it made much more sense. So I would recommend that. But again, depends on the situation. There, like, lots of people are switching from like drop shipping to software, so it's going to be more and more saturated, and potentially more space for e-commerce. But yeah, I don't know. It's just for me personally, SaaS works much better. Where do you sell your startup? Is it using Escrow like before? Unfortunately, yeah, there isn't more like good platforms. So I sell them on Acquire, which is where I sold all 3 of my startups. And they use Escrow as a middleman between the seller and the buyer. So I got issue with them with Tortnot for the 200K exit, and I didn't got issue for the 25,000. And the reason is because I had like a dinosaur bank account. So I think Escrow will give you trouble if you have like an online bank. If you have TransferWise, Mercury, Revolut, whatever. If it's not like a all dinosaur bank, they won't like it. And that's why I wanted Singapore, like to put my company in Singapore, so I could have access to those dinosaur banks. So now I have like OCBC, and it's really old, terrible interface, really shit, but it works. It's much more legit, so it saves lots of troubles, I would say. So if you sell on Acquire and you use Escrow, make sure that you have like a real dinosaur bank account and not some new tech startup bank account, because you're going to have trouble otherwise. Thanks, Alexander. I use Test It, and it's a really useful product. Well, I appreciate it. Nico, what type of video would you recommend? Like I did one, but it's not explaining the product, but a motion video. So I think both have different purpose. Like motion video or trailers or stuff like that. I think something like that is great to catch attention, really quickly show what the app does. So great for top of funnel, hero sections, ads, whatever, to immediately show people, okay, what the app does. But when people need more information, then you want probably something like like that, where it's like a bit longer, less editing, just showing the features, how the app works, etc. So I think both are valid. Those kind of video, both of them, are probably not going to perform well on YouTube anyway. Like if you just put it in there, because YouTube has really like, you need like a good hook, a good thumbnail, a bunch of things. So it's really hard to nail it. But yeah, at least for your users who go on your content, etc. But then you get like Href. Then you have like a whole content strategy about your product. So they make like a bunch of content about SEO and stuff. So it's also strategy. So if you want to find new customers on YouTube, that's what you have to do. It's like content, actual content, not just trailers or video explainer, because no one cares unless they already hear about you. So yeah, I've never done it. Actually, something I really want to try, but then you need a product where you can make content from. And that's something I really want to move toward, to find something I can make content. So ads is great for that. I can make content about ads, but yeah, I still need to figure out like the proper way of doing things. Yeah. What browser are you using? It's Arc. I already answered a bit before. How would you market a mobile app? I've never done mobile app, so it's hard to say. But again, you can. I would highly recommend you check and follow Jack Freaks on Twitter. He grow one of his app. Yeah. So so you get the whole blueprint here. It's like how he grew up his app. Like 1,000 downloads, etc., etc. So just go check that. Jack Freaks, really, really cool guy. Good content. What recording app do you use here? It's OBS. I use OBS, and I use, what's the name of that thing? Restream, because I publish both on Twitter and YouTube at the same time. There is a way to do it for free. I just didn't want it to bother, so I paid for their subscription. So again, a good example, like you can literally do it for free. Like there is just, you download the plugin, you install it, whatever. I didn't want it to bother with that. I just paid for a subscription to do it for me. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel, just slight convenience. How do you justify a subscription-based model for apps that don't have frequent feature update or recurring charges? You don't. Like you don't have to do subscription. Like it's just, obviously buyers, like if you plan to sell your startup, they prefer subscriptions, but you don't. You don't need to have a subscription. Like my first app, like Make Logo AI, was not a subscription. Generate Ads is not a subscription. It's a one-time payment, and it's like I was doing, it was not a subscription, but it was like credit system where you would buy like 100 credits. It wasn't working well, but since I switched to lifetime deal, it's just like you pay the license, you bring your own API keys. It just worked perfectly. So you don't have to do subscription. It's not the only way. It makes sense when you have, again, it's some recurring value you bring to users. That's something you use all the time, etc. But otherwise, you don't have to make a subscription. It's not mandatory. Like Mark, Mark Lou, you probably know him, but just for the context, he make both of his main products. They are making, like he made over 2 million so far with not just them, like all of his products. It's a one-time payment here, one-time payment, and here, one-time payment again. So like, you don't have to do one-time to do subscription. One-time payment can also be a thing. How important is product founder fit? So that's something I thought was bullshit. Like you don't need product founder fit, but I'm seriously reconsidering now that I've worked on the app for veterinarians and not knowing anything about vets. It's like, it's possible, but you're going to get stuck eventually. So if you have an app where you can make content for it, you have such a massive advantage compared to when you can't. And that's something I learned the hard way. I had like the app, it was this one. So it was actually a clone of Talk Notes. I just copy pasted the code when I saw it. I had a specific exception just for this one. And yeah, so I managed to grow it to I think the maximum was 1,300 of monthly recurring revenue in subscription. Getting users was easy because with ads and stuff, but converting them, I had to do calls with people. Like I didn't know anything about veterinarians. It was really hard. So it's tricky. It's really tricky. I think it makes things much easier if you have like a product founder fit. What ID you rejected? You can find all of them on ginen.com. You click my apps and then you can see all of my projects. The one with the skull is the one that failed. Actually, I haven't updated that for a while. But yeah, the list of projects is updated, but the skull or money, whatever, are not. But yeah, so most of my projects are failure. I would say maybe 10% of them make money, like good money. So yeah. say you have an app to get out there. What is your current approach to get it out there? Well, no, not necessarily ads. Especially when you're starting out. Like I did it for ScribeVet, but it was like really specific because it was like a really niche audience. So I knew exactly how to target them. But like for talk notes, for example, I started doing it after I had like, I think 1000 MR or something. So at first it was just organic, directories, product hunt and stuff like that. So if you have money, you can spend and you're not worried about it, then okay, yeah, ads is nice. You can try, but you really need to understand your audience. So yeah, I think organic is the best way. From Jason, hey Nico, how is Generate Ads doing? What's the MR like? So it doesn't have MR. It's not subscription based. Actually, let's see the Stripe. Wait, I don't want to dox some info. So let me just open in a new tab just to be sure. Up. Because I don't want to dox my email and some other stuff if I'm not logged in. But yeah, it's not, blowing up like crazy, but it's still making a few sales here and there. So, I do. Oh yeah, I have someone, man, fucking chargeback. Yeah, so yesterday, 500, and I can refresh now. It's fine. Yeah, so 15,000 of sales, and it's like sales here and there. It's not amazing. Yeah, I had someone who charged back, like so annoying. Like they send one message and then they like directly like charge back. Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, like in terms of revenues, it's okay. I get mainly positive feedback from it. It's just like for e-commerce, it cannot do e-commerce. I'm very clear about it on the landing page. So like there are some use cases where it doesn't work and it's fine. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be like generate ads because it's so competitive. There are like so many people doing it with like really big budgets for ads. Like it's paradoxal, but running ads for this project is hard because there is just a lot of competition. So, but yeah, I will see where it goes. But I like the current positioning where it's just you can make ads quickly. I have like I have a few audiences who are relevant for it, so I'm going to try that. But now I'm taking things slowly, and I'm going on vacation in 8 days. So and I will, think of what's going to be next for me after. Let's see. Florin, hey, how is it going? What's your marketing step when your product is ready for launch? I already covered that, so I guess you can watch the replay. But basically, directories, outreach. There is like F5, whatever the name was. But yeah, what kind of cheese is that? Yeah, it's brie. It's delicious. So here's a good one. When starting, wow, there was just so many questions. I don't think, what time is it? Okay, I think 30 more minutes, because then normally, so it's 8 p.m. here in Bangkok. Normally I'm in bed by this time. Yeah, I honestly, I didn't expect it so much people and questions. It's just insane. I think, how do I see? We have, almost 2,700 on Twitter and 51 on YouTube. Okay, so when starting a business, what's in your mind to make money with a simple product which can be easily replicated by anyone, or create a product which add value but difficult to build and take months? I think both options are okay. I don't like spending months building something without any feedback. So what I do is like, if something takes too long to build, so for example, Maker ads, I didn't want it to record the video, write everything, like it just takes so long to make. I did not want it to do it unless I had validation. So what I did is I did pre-orders. So people could buy the guide, and they would get a discount. And then I was like, yeah, it's going to be released in a month. And if I didn't have enough sale to justify working on it, I would just have refunded everyone. So that's also an option to do pre-orders. It works well with like one-time payment products. I know it's possible to do it for SaaS. I don't remember what, but I heard of someone doing it. Like you get 3 months of subscription or something like that. So I know it's doable. I've never done it myself, but yeah, in general, if it takes a while to make, I would just do pre-orders. And again, I didn't do it for test it, and then the result was no one bought it. So, so yeah, just don't spend 1 month working on something if you're not sure that people would actually want it. So in general, I would rather do something quick that I can improve over time. So this is what I did with Stored Notes. I did it in 1 week, and then over time I kept improving it until it has like really lots of features. What kind of headset is that? Is it Sony? Yeah, that's Sony XM5 or something, I think. Yeah. Is all your web pages the same design? No, not all of them, but I just like to reuse some code between them, so it just makes things much easier. Can you share the MRR of tested? It's like $30 or something, like because there is a one-time payment option. So got lots of, well, not lots of people, but some people just get the one-time payments, and I think there is like 3 paying users who have the actual subscription. In case the new direction with tested doesn't go well as much as you expect, would you be open to partner with someone? Well, it would only make sense if this person had an audience about conversion rate optimization, because otherwise it's like the technical part, I can do it, no problem. So yeah, it wouldn't make sense otherwise. Best advice on selling small startups? Well, it depends. But I would really suggest watching the interview I did. So I'm going to show it again. You just write Nicogenon acquire. And yeah, it should be this one. Yeah. I cover most of the stuff here, the strategy and everything. It's like the podcast or as a video, you have both, but most of the thing is here. But short version, that will be, if you want to get cash quickly, you have to underprice. And that's what I did for all my startup. I could have gotten way more if I choose to get paid like over the span of like 1 year maybe, but I choose to get everything cash and in like within 2 weeks or something. So it makes sense to really discount the price for me. I was fine with that. But yeah, I would really recommend watching the video. Idan, how are you doing, man? Doing good. Doing good. Do you learn programming like Python, and is it useful? I did learn Python at first, but I would not recommend it now because JavaScript, you can just do everything with it. So if you struggle with JavaScript to understand how coding works, Python is good. But other than that, unless you want to make your own AI models. But yeah, other than that, I would not really recommend it. Is it possible to sell a desktop app on the same level of sales as you do with your web apps? I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter that it's a web app or a desktop app. Like there is, Bart AI. It's like AI clients. it's desktop, and it works. Like I know that Daniel, the founder, I'm going to show his profile. Really cool guy. He like, that's a pretty good successful product. So that can work. You can do desktop app. What do we have next? Wait, almost 1 hour behind in terms of like answering the chat. It's crazy. How do we make the planning? What tool methodology do you prefer? I don't know exactly what that was referring to, but I'm going to show something I think is going to interest lots of people. Let me just show it for, there are some confidential stuff, so I don't want to dox anything. So I'm going to open my other screen first, and then I'm going to move it to the main one. Home. And let's see if I can find the one for Talk Notes. Talk Notes. Yeah, here we are. Okay. This is actually something I've never shown. So this is like top exclusivity. Well, it's nothing like crazy, but so the app is called Burnout. If you want to have some like board like that. So what I do when I launch a new project is first I think of like the product. So do I have a good example here? Yeah, so first I'm going to freestyle. I don't have like a methodology, whatever, but it really depends on the product. But for Talk Notes, first I had the idea. I was like, okay, I want to make like AI voice note app. So what I did is I did first some research. I did some research on user interface I wanted, what I liked, etc., and then some competitors. And from that, I was like, okay, now I'm going to make like, I have an idea of what I want approximately. So that's the first thing, the product. So, and then for the technical part, so this is for like the interface, like design and stuff like that, and also the pricing. Then yeah, same with the paywall. So, everything, like I do a bit of research, like design research. That's the first step. What do we have here? Okay. Oh, wait. Oh yeah. So, and this is for the interface for like the list of the notes, etc. Okay. Then from a technical point of view, how does it work? So it's like here I write the logic sort of. So it's like, it's not code, it's just how it works behind the scene. And yeah. So that's the first thing. I create the product sort of. It's not, I don't do any code or anything. It's just, I have a plan. I know what the user interface is going to look like. I know what the logic will be, etc., etc. Then I have like so this come a bit later, but then I have like channels. So I have this is like a list of all the channels I can use. I don't use all of them, of course, but SEO, influencer ads, viral loop. Viral loop is like, for example, on actually, I have an example. On testimonials of Senja, for example, has a little collect testimonials with Senja. So it's viral because the more people use the product, the more people will hear about the product, because then they see that, they click here and they go on the landing page. So that's the channel. So this is like all the ways of how can I promote this. So for example, free product is like, yeah, I didn't write much here, but yeah, I usually try to make like, for example, SEO. I did some research, like what can I do, like transcription, brainstorming. SEO didn't really work for me, but still, I did like try to do lots of work in it. Yeah, so I just organize everything, like all my notes related to how I promote the app is going to be here. Okay, then market. I write down all the competitors. To have a better idea. Yeah, funnel is not really used here, but yeah. And then customers. So this is like every single different profile that I have. So for example, here, this was for Talknows. So, entrepreneurs, content creators, like all of those are people who I knew were using the app, and I knew that because I asked them in the onboarding or with automated email sequences, etc. So yeah, this is the data I collected, and I knew that. So now I have a good overview of who is going to be interested by the app, and then I can tailor my marketing to it. And this is what I did. I focused on, like, at some point, content creators, and that's one of the reasons why I was able to grow it well, because I focused on that. So yeah, I don't know, that it's not like a process or something, because, but whoops, I wasn't supposed to show that, but yeah, that's how I organize my thing. So I hope this kind of answers the question. That's how I do planning. That's how I do research in the first. Oh, and yeah, I have a project folder. This is like way over engineer. Actually, I don't use that anymore, but like every single thing that I need to work on that require more than 5 minutes, I write it down. Like, okay, what do I need to do here? Like, for example, this is a bad example either. Yeah, so for example, my blog. So I wanted to create a blog, so I did some research specifically for that, and then, screenshot some things I like, etc. So yeah, I just like to keep everything organized. Honestly, now, recently I started to use this less and less. Like, I use this like board thing for big projects, like things that really takes lots of time. Otherwise, I just like to use Apple Notes, just easier. But yeah, that's how I organized. Hey bro, I started following you just now. I don't know your backstory much, so please answer me what thing you learn as a skill at prerequisite. I started entrepreneurship with like pretty much zero, so it's just I learned over the span of 10 years. But marketing, and I recommend this book a bit earlier. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So Influence the Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. Really, really good one. Two for marketing. And for, wait, I just need to check something quickly. But for programming, yeah, that would be this one. So you can check on my blog. Just need to send something. Okay. So yeah, there's no, like, you just learn what you need over time, I guess. You could make a ton of video with all the knowledge you have. Yeah, I want to. I just don't have time. I'm working on a video now. It was supposed to be something short. It's been over 2 weeks already, and I'm like 20% done. So it's just taking up certain amount of time. There's just, it's crazy. There's just so many things going on. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I will just answer whatever questions come in the chat, because there's no way I can catch up with all that. So I'm really sorry for everyone who sent something and I wasn't able to answer. I'm just going to answer like some of the last questions on the chat. And what time is it? 18. Yeah, okay. I can. Okay, I will stay up a bit longer than. It was supposed to be 30 minutes, but I said I would leave at like 8:30, but I'm going to stay up a bit longer. But yeah, so let's see. Okay, I'm going to scroll down really quickly and skip most of them. Someone asked about my sleep, because with magnesium. So it's I've been going to bed late lately, so I cannot really say yet, but I sleep much faster. I fall asleep much faster. Okay. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make another live, maybe, I don't know, not tomorrow, but another day where I just do landing page feedback, because I know lots of people ask for it, and I didn't really have time to to do it. Okay, I just scroll at the end of the chat, so I'm really sorry if I just skip your question. So let's see. Have you ever worked in a regular job, and what was that job? So I did when I was like 16. So it's not a real job. It's not a real job. It's not a regular job. But when I was 16, I worked as like, how do you call that? Kids recreation center, whatever. Like I needed some money to pay for my driving license, so I had to work there. Yeah, that's it. It just well, that's it. Like, yeah, I just worked there like for 1 month or something, which it wasn't so bad. I was paid to go into like those amusement park. How you call that? Like those roller coaster thing. So I literally got paid to go on the roller coaster. But yeah, it was like summer job, not a real one. And then, so I got a job in the bank's headquarters as a summer job, like because I needed to someone to do the reception. So yeah, I worked there as a summer job like once, and then the year after I went back there again, and I resigned after 3 days because so I was supposed to do the reception and stuff, and I was fine with that, but then they told me, no, you have to scan all the files, because there was some kind of new regulation where in France where all the paperwork needed to be like scanned. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck no, I'm not doing that. So I resigned after 3 days, and that's where I started entrepreneurship. Like I remember I was in the office. I was like, yep, I'm not going to work for anyone ever again. I think I have a picture of the post-it. I started writing business ideas on a post-it. Where is it? Journey. I think I made a big post with a lot of things here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was the bank. That was the bank here. So I worked there, and I had this whole suite, and it was like really like prestigious and stuff, but like such a terrible job. Oh, I don't have the post-it picture anymore. Damn. Okay, too bad, but well, yeah. But yeah, that's how my first job, like, and like it was implied that I could then have continued working for the bank, etc. But then I was like, yeah, fuck no, I'm not working there. Okay, what software is this? So yeah, this is Milanote. How minimal can an MVP be without losing user value? Well, here's the thing. For again, I don't have the thing here, but you can check my YouTube video. I have a YouTube video about it. But for Make Logo AI, the MVP was literally a landing page with a type form. There was no app. It was just a type form. So if you go this one, I sold my AI startup with the really clickbait face. There was more details, but it was a type form. I didn't have an actual app. So you don't like. People are understanding. If you're just very clear that you're launching and you give them a discount or something, then it's fine. People are understanding. Like, just be clear about it. What are your goals? What do you want from life? What are you looking for as the next achievement? So for me, I want to make enough cash, to have enough cash to live from like interest or like passive income, whatever. Once I have that, I want to buy a house somewhere where, I have my own land, whatever. Not necessarily something really huge, but like something that I own. And then, have like a solar panels and Starlink, whatever. So I like, I don't depend on like anyone, like in for water or a well or something. So I would say that's one of them. But my life goal is actually to open a video game studio. And because I had like a Minecraft server back then. Wait, I'm going to show some very... I had like a Minecraft server I loved it. It's like I just created some of the stuff. So I really loved it. And that's why I think it's like creating your own video game sort of, because I was doing lots of custom stuff. So yeah, I want to create a video game studio eventually. But it's like, I want it to be like, I don't have to give a shit about money for that. Like, you know, I don't want to, like making money with video games is really hard. It's really, really hard, really a hard industry. So I don't like, if I do it, it's like, I don't care. I can spend 1 year working on one game. It's not going to make a difference. I don't need the money. So yeah. Thought of AI consulting service to business. For businesses, automation with CRM data. I actually have a friend who's really successful with that. Like he was like, yeah, we met in Bali. He didn't have much money, and so he just locked he went in Da Nang in Vietnam. He locked in for like a year, and now he's like making decent money from that. Like he does like, yeah, basically this automation for like local businesses. Oh wait, the camera is blurry, no? No, okay. So yeah, I think that could be a good idea, but then you need to do lots of outreach, lots of calls, lots of direct contact and sales and stuff. So yeah. What decision or mindset shift made the biggest difference between your early apps that didn't sell and the one that sold for nearly $1 million? It didn't sell for nearly $1 million. It's like $250,000. I mean, it's still good, but yeah. I have no idea, honestly. No, okay. For Talk Notes, I was that close from giving up. Like, I remember there was one day I was so depressed because there was no sales. I was like in my shower for like 1 hour, like just dead inside. I decided to continue, and it made a big difference. Like, because until now, I was like, launch project, move on quickly. If it doesn't work, launch, move on, etc. And yeah, I don't know. Somehow with Talknet, I decided to focus more on it. And I was really depressed at some point, but I decided to keep going, and it worked. So I guess that would be the main difference. But on the other hand, I didn't give up on test it, and it doesn't really work well. So it's not, it doesn't mean that, oh, if you never give up, it's going to work eventually. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I resigned yesterday. Oh, nice. Well, good luck. I mean, it's like, it's going to be stressful, but I think on the long term, I'm not going to say that's the right thing to do because I don't know you, but for me, it was definitely the right thing. I noticed that most of your apps have the same style. Did you write your own template or did you purchase one? I have my own boilerplate, actually. It's like, it's been almost 1 year of the 3 years making my own code, and I reuse some parts. So yeah, I have an internal boilerplate that I use every time. Actually, I could probably monetize that for YouTube. But yeah, no, I don't want to sell boilerplate, at least for now. But yeah, it's not like a boilerplate, properly speaking. It's just I copy past my code, and yeah. Is influencer marketing worth it? I have no idea. I've never tried it. I know that some people got really successful with it, but I don't know. Never tried it, so cannot say. Hey Nico, how will you get your first customer today? It really depends on the project. Like, again, like for the veterinarian app, I would still do ads again because that's, I know the audience and everything. I don't know. It depends too much on the project, so I cannot really answer that. But if I had no money, like zero, I would not touch ads for sure. I would not touch any kind of paid marketing. I would probably just grind cold emails. It's super annoying. I hate it, but cold emails and calls maybe, and maybe organic content. But again, I need to be able to make content for the product. How did your life change after making this money? How was your lifestyle before that, and what changed after? Honestly, not much. well, I don't stress as much about money as before. Like when I started, I had maybe 1 year of runaway when I started doing like software and stuff. So I had maybe slightly more or slightly less, like 1 year, because I was living in Bali, I was living in my co-working. I had like a room and I was eating like $2 chicken almost every time. So I had like 1 year, probably a bit more than that, considering that. But yeah, now like I have like 10 years basically of runaway, or maybe like 20 if I'm careful. So it's peace of mind, I guess. I also get some interest from the amount because it's in the bank, it's cash, so I get some interest. So yeah, peace of mind for sure. I can afford, like if I want to try ads for some projects, I can do it. I can afford to try it, which is not something I could do before. Like for example, for Scribet, I couldn't have, like if I didn't sold Talk Notes, I wouldn't have been able to experiment with Scribet and eventually like sold it. So yeah, I guess mainly that, but otherwise my lifestyle haven't changed. Okay, well, so I'm going to in vacation in South Africa, like to take a break. And I decided to go in business. It still hurt when I bought it. Like it was really painful because I'm not used to spending, especially for like personal stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's like a one treat. So yeah. Software from I'm a software dev from Russia and currently we're under sanction. Do you know if I open a bank account somewhere outside I would be able to sell my startup? Hard to say. I wish I could give you a definite answer, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that I have Russian Russian friends who they have something running, but I don't know the details of I know they have lots of trouble with that. So I wish there was a solution I could give you. I'm seeing myself always fidgeting with my beard, but yeah, I don't have like a good answer for that. Sorry. Starlink is expensive. Yeah, but the goal is to have enough money so it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, man, it's just so fun. Like I had so much fun with the video game thing. Like I actually made when there was a whole AI hype with the vibe coding stuff. So it's not like the code is vibe coded, but all the music, all the graphics, sound effect, everything, I did it all by myself. So I really had lots of fun with making this little game. If you want to try it, it's on yesrecraft.io. Actually, I'm curious I don't know if anyone ever finished it, but yeah. Do you recommend working remotely for a country like Bali or Vietnam? Digital nomad worth it? I have some savings and I don't want to waste it on expensive food and rent here in Australia. Yeah, 100%. Man, it's such a cheat code. Like in France, I'm from France. So in France, to pay for the food, to pay for everything, it would cost me maybe 2,000 or 3,000 per month easily. In Bali, Bali changed a lot. It's way more expensive now. So it's going to be costing way more. But you can go in Da Nang, Vietnam, or even like Thailand. You can find some, like literally in the street where I am, and I'm obviously not going to dox it, but there is like a hotel where it's like $250 per month to rent a room. It's not luxury, of course, but like still. And you can find food for like $2. So you can turn like 1 year or just a few months of savings into like 1 or 2 years easily by moving to Asia. So for me, it was 100% worth it. What tech stack do you use? Do people just buy MVP? I use Nuxt, which in my opinion is much better than Next. That's my personal opinion. You're free to disagree. Yeah, I just love it. I use it for everything. Do people just buy MVP? Yeah, I mean, if you're clear and if you market it properly, yeah. If you have to start, yeah, I already kind of mentioned that earlier. I would probably just do cold email like in content, like find a product where I can make content for it. It's obviously not as easy as it's easy to say and hard to do, but yeah. I've hired some AI tech influencer on Instagram to promote my product. Is this a good idea? I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It really depends on the person you hired, I guess. How apps that takes like some effort could be turned into startup that cost thousands of dollars. So you have two kinds of buyer, two kind of people who would buy your app. You have strategic buyers and you have financial buyers. Financial buyers are going to buy a cash cow. So if your app is making revenue and it's been proven, it's a good deal for them. But, and this is what I did for Scribet, if you can sell to a strategic buyer, and it's either, you get lucky with that. It's like you need to get the right person. For me, I got lucky. I found it on Acquire. Strategic buyers don't really care as much about the revenue. Like it's going to matter, of course, but they mainly care about your user base, how much it can integrate with the solution. So I cannot say too much about Scribet sales, but the buyer also bought another app in the veterinarian field, and it made sense for him to buy it. That's, I think, the main reason I was able to sell it, because it was pretty low revenue and high churn. So yeah. I missed the stream. Yeah, it will be on YouTube. If you invested in crypto, no, not at all. Are you open to collaborating with developers? For now, no. I don't really need to delegate anything. So for now, I'm fine on working on my own. I'm a new grad MLE. I'm not sure what MLE is, but I'm torn between trying to increase my income through my career and building my own thing. What's your 2 cents? I guess it depends. Like, yeah, like, you see all those people who are like, yeah, I'm resigning and I'm going to Asia and stuff. But the thing is, not everyone, it doesn't work for everyone. I have a friend who I met in Bali in my co-working, really hardworking guy. He just left everything. Let's go to Bali, whatever. And it didn't work for him. He had to go back to France. He was totally broke. He had to find like an actual job. I actually don't have much news from him. I know he will, make it back eventually because he's like really hustle, like pure hustle. But yeah, so the truth is not everyone is making it. So I don't want to tell you do that, do this, because it's up to you. Like you have to decide what's best for you. But what I can tell you is, my background lamp died. Let me just charge it quickly. Okay. So what I can tell you is it will be much easier and you will have much more peace of mind if you have some savings. So if you have some savings, and you can survive 1 or 2 years on your own, it's going to be much easier. You won't have necessarily all the stress and stuff. So yeah, I guess I hope that answer. Do you need a visa to go in those countries? Yeah, so it depends. I guess it always depends on, what's your passport and stuff. For Thailand, there is a DTV visa, which is like digital nomad visa. You can stay like 6 months per year. Vietnam is a bit more tricky. You have to do visa run. It's a bit sketchy. Like, I don't know. My friend did it. I cannot give you legal advice, but yeah. But you can most of the time you can still just go to visit and see if you like it, etc., and see from there. Like you usually get 30 days, but again, it depends on your visa. What would be your first step if you forgot your knowledge regarding AI? Learn to code. Like no question, just learn to code and learn to code. What advice would you give to 18 years old who want to start entrepreneurship with just courage to start with college and probably no budget? You need skills. You need to learn skills, and you learn skills by first learning the theoretic part in books, and the practical part by doing things. So I don't know what's your situation, but try to get some projects going, like make some stupid stuff like a to-do list. Oh no, I was just seeing the replay and I saw the camera going down there. The to-do list, and make simple projects and see from there. I'm sorry I cannot elaborate more. I have so many things. Where do we find investors? I don't have investors. Like, if you mean buyers, I go through Acquire. Message from Jack. Hi, Nico. How are you so handsome? I return you the question. Would you make a physical product or only digital? Honestly, I love the idea of physical product, but everything associated with it, I fucking hate it. I hate it. Like the logistic, everything is a nightmare. But I wanted to make my own project. I actually had like a custom sleep mask. I still have the prototype. It's like a sleep mask that you can wear and it's like really full dark. Actually, let me grab it. Yeah, it's like a sleep mask. So you just I have the headset. I cannot wear it, but it's like some cup sort of, and it totally block the light because I'm really sensitive to light. So so I made the prototype. I paid for a designer to make this and stuff, but it's just super expensive and such a headache with everything that I ended up moving on. Did you have full stack experience when starting? No, I started from zero. So I just knew the basics of like HTML, little bit of CSS, but I learned everything through, again, I just, if you want to know how I learned to code, there's this blog post I made, all the links and stuff. Yeah, I should probably make affiliates link here. I think so many people visited that, but yeah, it's like Udemy course. Yeah, you just need this one, honestly, web development course, and I would recommend Nuxt because it's just so amazing. But yeah, so yeah, and before about moving on, when to move on to another idea, I covered that already. So yeah, but basically, if I tried everything I could and it's not working, then I move on. I already replied that stuff. Jack, when did you start making startups? How long did it take from starting to first win? So yeah, my first real win, I would say, was Make Logo. So let's see. Make Logo. So from July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, 6 months. It took me 6 months. But again, I had almost back then like 7 years of entrepreneurship already. So I knew marketing, I knew like already a bunch of things. So it's not like starting from zero. It's just when I started the programming stuff. Does Bali has digital nomad visa? Nope, it doesn't. You need to do visa, I'm not going to say you need to do visa run because it's not allowed technically, but you need to get a KITAS if you want to stay long term, and that's hard to get. I've made 300k with crypto and cash 200k. I'm interested in buying startups. Is that a smart idea? I cannot tell you if that's a smart idea because it really depends on your skill. Actually, that's something I'm thinking of, like buying startup, because it's much harder to create something that is valid and validate something than to grow something, in my opinion. So that's something I'm considering, but you need the skills to grow it, of course. Like it's not going to be easy. You said learn coding. Can't we copy others and look at their startup, or like ask ChatGPT to create the ones? No. It's like you can make basic app with vibe coding, but if you don't understand the code, I don't think, honestly, like you're going to run into problems eventually. It's just, and don't just copy people. Like you have to, have a good reason to make the app. Like maybe you think there's potential demand stuff, but you don't know what's happening behind the scenes for competitors. So maybe they're not working as well as they thought or something. So don't just blindly copy, I think. What do you recommend instead of Stripe where it's not available? I don't know. I use Stripe. I know that there is Paddle. This Polar, I think. Payment. Is it? Yeah. So you can check those. Never use them. I don't know if it's good, but I heard about them, so you can try it maybe. This I'm sure you're French. Yeah, I am French. How do you compete in saturated market? LinkedIn growth through and get first customers. I don't know, man. It's it's hard. It's really hard. So yeah, try to like niche down. Probably niching down is the best solution. Like this, and again, this is what I did for Scribe, right? So I took torque notes. I took torque notes. I sold it. I asked for an exception in the non-compete agreement, and then I niche it down for veterinarians. Scribe it. So same app, just different audience. So that's a strategy, niching down to a sub-specific audience. Looks like this Manta sleep mask. Yeah, actually. So I made that. So what I did, I check reviews from Manta Sleep, and I saw that there was some review like about like side sleeping and stuff like that that could take some improvement. So I paid a designer to make the product based on all the feedback and stuff. The day I received the final design, I see the launch video of Manta Sleep. I was like, fuck. So I got a bit unlucky. Yeah. Why did you stop writing blog posts? I still write. I wrote this one recently. It's a draft. It's still a draft. It's based on my really big post on Twitter. Like I would like, if you overthink a lot, I hope that this can help you. I'm still writing every day. Wait, can I? So, yeah. I have 1 year of daily logs. I'm going to publish them eventually, but yeah, I will publish them when, I don't know, it's done. Like the post was named Road to Million. So, it's good. I thought like, the base was like, yeah, I'm going to make my million in 15 months. So it didn't really work. But still, I'm going to publish it eventually. I don't know. I'm still writing, it's just not published. Are there other tools that you use daily, like Milanote? No, ChatGPT. Typefully to schedule my Twitter post because I'm not in time. Like if I post in the middle of the day for me, then it's like nighttime for everyone else. So it's like my posts are not going to get anything. So I use it to schedule. But other than that, no, not really. Apple Notes, I use Apple Notes a lot. And of course, ChatGPT. How much per month to stay in Thailand? I mean, it really depends. Me, I spend a lot. Like my apartment is really nice. It's one of the most expensive because it even has like a sauna and stuff, which I never used, but yeah. But again, there is one in the street where I am. It's like 250 something. So you can just learn for cheap. Live for cheap. Okay, what time is it now? Okay, I'm going to stop in 10 minutes. And again, I'm really sorry for everyone that I skipped. But I guess maybe I will make another live eventually. I have some time before I go on vacation. So yeah. Do you always work full time or do you on your idea I just side hustle? No, for me it was always full time. I dropped off high school. No, sorry. I've dropped after high school, and I was like directly into the like, okay, I need to make a living from entrepreneurship. So for me, it was always like, I need to be all in. Salut Nico, GG pour avoir. Oh, wait. Oh, that's like a childhood friend, I think. I don't know how you. I'm not sure. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but man, if that's you, it's nice. Nice to see you. Okay. My first job was B2B call sales. Yeah, man, you like sales sucks. I hate it, but I think that's one of the things where you learn a lot. How do you make the design for the SaaS? I showed an example of my process to find ideas and stuff, so you can watch the replay. I'm a good coder that has fallen into using vibe coding mainly. It's not a problem, man. As long as you get what you want done, it's not a problem. Yeah, don't overthink it. If you can do the thing you want, then it's good. Roadmap of your coding journey. Here, again, just go to my blog, and here you have the whole thing. Design for the SaaS, I covered that already. Document, yeah. So that's actually, I'm doing that. I have like, I'm recording myself. I have like my SD card is almost full. I have lots of recordings, and either like both video and stuff. And you know, when I make it, I will make a big video about that. Hopefully, if I make it one day. But yeah, that's yeah. And okay. Wow. Okay, we're going to stop here. So yeah, thanks everyone for being here and watching and asking questions. I honestly, how long has it been? Almost 3 hours. Damn. I honestly didn't expect it that many people. Like apparently, according to the, what's the thing I use? Restream. According to Restream, there is like 3,000 views. I don't know if that's in one go or something like that. But yeah, still, it's really nice. So if you liked it, okay. If you want me to make another live or something about specific topics, just let me know in the, like under like maybe like this post or this post here, or yeah, let me know under this post. Just go comment here and just say, yeah, I'm liking my own post. What problem with it? Yeah, just let me know here, like, hey, you know, maybe just another like ask me anything or something about specific topics, and I will see if I can find. Well, no, I have time right now, but if I have find the energy to do it. So yeah, on this specific post, that way everything is under one place and I know where to look for. And yeah, yeah. So thanks everyone. And yeah, so if you want to see more stuff, you have my blog here with bunch of like articles, like see all blog posts. There is my YouTube channel with a really nice video. Maybe we can push it to 1 million, this one to a 1 million view. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go have a real dinner instead of just cheese. I only have like this left, but it's still really good. And yeah. Oh shit, I'm not screenshotting, yeah. Damn. So what did I miss again? Because I was showing next here. Ah, damn. Okay. I was showing this post. So let me know under this post. All right, we're live, whatever. If you want me to make another live about specific topic, or if you have like questions or anything, and I will see from there. All right. Thanks everyone. Have fun. And have a great day or whatever. Okay, I'm a bit tired, but yeah. And let me know if you like the music. I tried to have some coffee shop chill vibe. At first I would think of like playing games because I love video games. So maybe I could like just, you know, have a chat while playing games, but I decided to go for something a bit more like serious. But yeah, actually if that's something, I don't know, that you think is nice, let me know on this post. And yeah. Okay. Have a great day, evening,